Danny Joseph, a soulful rocker who hails from London and currently resides in Dallas, Texas, has emerged as one of the most remarkable competitors on the 26th season of NBC's The Voice. Joseph grabbed spectators and coaches alike with his raspy, blues-infused voice and a guitar that feels like an extension of his soul. As a result, he earned a coveted four-chair turn in the blind auditions and made it to the top 5 on the list of finalists. The journey he took on the show, which was characterized by resiliency, raw talent, and a passionate connection to music, is a monument to his tenacity despite personal hardships, such as a fight against Crohn's illness and a move across the Atlantic Ocean for love. Let's take a look at the background of Danny Joseph and how his motivational journey transpired throughout the 26th season of The Voice. Between the London Underground and the stages of Dallas, Danny Joseph was born and raised in London, and his musical roots can be traced back to his youth. During his boyhood, his father, who had previously been a musician, brought him to the sounds of artists such as the Beatles, Ray Charles, and James Taylor. When he was 7 years old, he decided to take up a guitar and taught himself how to play along with cassette tapes. His varied blend of blues, soul, and country music was shaped by the fact that he began reading guitar magazines at the age of 13. He learned riffs from bands ranging from Led Zeppelin to Metallica. He busked on the London Underground when he was a youngster, performing for rushed commuters who threw pennies his way. This experience helped him develop his stage presence and grit, while also providing him with valuable experience. He noted that the majority of them were not actually listening to what you had to say, but they would offer you some change in order to boost your confidence. When Joseph met Joanna, the woman who would later become his wife, at a church conference in Dallas in 2014, his life took a dramatic turn for the better. A law student at City University London, he experienced a huge culture shock when he moved to the United States in 2015. Following a long-distance relationship that lasted for 18 months. The pair tied the knot in November of that year, and they eventually made their home in Dallas. They are now parents to 3 children, one of which is a girl that Joseph gave birth to on his own because their midwife was late. There was more to this daring trip across the ocean than just love. It rekindled his passion for music, which led him to establish a home studio where he composes, produces, and mixes his own original songs, such as It Was Just Like Yesterday and Forever and Ever Amen. Struggling with Crohn's disease while rediscovering music. In 2016, not long after he relocated, Joseph was given a diagnosis that would forever change his life: Crohn's disease. This condition is characterized by chronic inflammation of the bowels and is characterized by significant discomfort and tiredness. During an interview with Texas Lifestyle magazine, he stated that what ought to have been the American dream was more like a nightmare. Because of the sickness, pursuing music on a full-time basis was difficult for him. Finally, in February of 2024, he underwent extensive surgery to remove his entire colon, which rendered him bedridden for several weeks. Despite this, music remained his safe haven. When asked about the sensation of healing that he experienced while recording in his spare bedroom, he stated, "I don't feel sick when I make music." It was a remarkable turn of events that Joseph received a call to audition for The Voice just a few days following his surgery. He continued to struggle through recuperation, relearning how to sing after the physical toll that surgery had taken on him. He was still weak and dizzy. According to what he stated, "It took a while to get my voice back again and learn to sing after all of the internal changes that had occurred to my body." His willingness to make the most of this chance, despite the fact that he is not at his full potential, exemplifies the resiliency that characterizes his journey. Team Reba and a 4-chair turn at the table. Joseph's journey on The Voice started with a blind audition that was so impressive that it completely blew everyone away. He sang "I Put a Spell on You" by Screamin' Jay Hawkins. Gwen Stefani joined Reba McEntire, Snoop Dogg, and Michael Bublé in their seats almost immediately after hearing his gritty, bluesy vocals and excellent guitar skills. Gwen Stefani joined them at the very last second, although Bublé was eliminated as a result of Snoop's intentional block, specifically mentioning his professional sound and the unusual rasp that he possessed. By utilizing her Oklahoma origins to establish a connection with the artist residing in Texas, Reba was able to win him over by promising to put in a lot of effort and provide him with guidance. Joseph made the decision to join Team Reba, which would determine the path that he would take to reach the final round. During the battles, Joseph competed against Dean Jones and performed a powerful rendition of James Brown's "It's a Man's World." The coaches were blown away by their energetic performance, and Stefani praised their ability to mirror each other's intensity levels. Joseph was the one that Reba chose, despite the fact that Team Gwen had Jones. Joseph performed a passionate rendition of Susan Tedeschi's "It Hurts So Bad" on the Knockouts. Although he did not win the competition, Reba, who recognized his potential, surprised him by saving him from elimination. After his performance of Marvin Gaye's "I Heard It Through the Grapevine" in the playoffs, he was able to secure his spot in the live shows. Reba encouraged him to keep his instrument, stating, "That guitar is a part of you," making it into the top 5. Joseph's live show performances demonstrated his versatility as the competition became more intense. The coaches and spectators were blown away by his rendition of Chris Stapleton's "I Was Wrong." Additionally, in the semifinals, he performed Sting's "If You Love Somebody Set Them Free" alongside his teammate Christina Eagle. When Joseph was in danger of being eliminated from the competition in the bottom 4, he performed a stirring performance of "House of the Rising Sun," which earned him the vote of the American people and allowed him to move on to the final round. As a result of Joseph's 2 outstanding performances in the final, which took place on December 9, 2024, including the rendition of Amy Winehouse's "Back to Black," he was able to solidify his position as the single finalist for Team Reba. Even though he finished in 4th place overall, behind the winner Sofronio Vasquez, Shy, and Sydney Sterles, his journey had a profound impact on the audience. He shared his thoughts with NBC Insider, saying, "My dream is to play at this level for as long as possible." He was reflecting on his experience. For someone who is a musician who works full-time, it does not feel like work. He was able to refine his raw power for television viewers with the help of Reba's mentoring, particularly her instruction to use your voice to tell the story of the song. This is a lesson that he intends to carry forward with him, going beyond the stage. The creative abilities of Joseph are not limited to music. Barbering is a craft that he perfected by practicing on his father, turning it into an art form. He is a good barber. Through his Instagram account, he connects with nearly 10,000 followers by sharing peeks of his family life, behind-the-scenes events from The Voice, and musical trips. He is a devoted husband and father, and he attributes his success to Jonah's unflinching support. He also mentions that she has a good knowledge of the musician's life, including the gear, the late hours, and everything else. Danny Joseph's journey on The Voice is more than just a competition. It is a narrative of triumph over adversity, a leap of faith across the Atlantic Ocean, and a love for music that can heal. From performing on the streets of London to enthralling millions of people on NBC, he has demonstrated that perseverance and passion can go you a long way. The deep sound that Joseph creates and the inspiring story that he tells assure that his musical adventure is just getting started as he continues to perform in Dallas and also abroad.